Good afternoon, Lakeland Regional High School community. This is your Assistant Superintendent, Mr. Novak, with our Monday, March 23rd address. Hopefully everybody had a restful weekend. I told everybody my challenge, my hashtag Your Community School Challenge for over the weekend was to just sit back and just relax and recharge and kind of get used to what is now slowly but surely becoming our new normal. I did not heed that advice. I sat back and I watched hours and hours and hours of YouTube videos on influencers this past weekend. And one of the things that I took note of, I want to get very good at this, so I'm doing a ton of research like I would with anything else. Apparently I have to talk about my skincare routine because everybody's been, I guess asks influencers about their skincare routine. I don't have one. I wash my face, when I shower. This is my wife's face stuff. She told me not to touch it. It was very expensive. So I just stole it and brought it downstairs. So as I post this, I just want you guys to know that I'm going to be doing what my skincare routine. All right, so number one, first and foremost, as we communicated a little bit earlier today, a phone blast went home to your parents, and an email is being processed right now to go home to you guys and your parents. Mr. Beatty met with Mr. Mooney and Dr. Bernice, and they have decided collectively within all three districts to extend our closure through spring break. Now, what does that mean for you? That means that you are going to be given work on the schedule like this. Today, Monday, March 23rd is a B day. Tuesday, March 24th, tomorrow is an A day, so on and so forth. You're going to get this in an email in a little bit. Friday, April 3rd, that's an A day. Monday, April 6th, that's a B day. Thursday, April 9th, we're going to end with an A day, which means that our spring break is going to start on Friday, April 10th. You are going to be receiving from your teachers no work over spring break. You're going to have spring break like you normally would. Obviously, you're not going anywhere, but you're going to have spring break like you normally would. So Friday, April 10th starts our spring break. We're obviously going to reassess the situation. We have to make any decision, consulting with the Department of Education and now the governor's office in the state of New Jersey, because we are under an executive order. So the earliest we would return to school at this point would be Monday, April 20th. I'm just going to send you guys an email in a little bit with all of the days and the breakdown until then. Again, number two, if you're confused about anything or feeling overwhelmed, please reach out to your teachers. Number four, don't forget to reach out to your school counselors and CST members. I'm going to try this again. I feel like it makes me look less puffy. Huh. Okay. All right, moving forward. Also, number four, check your Lakeland email addresses often. Check them often because that's how we're communicating with you, and we're also using that to kind of check our attendance, how often you're logging into Gmail. Like we said before, we're looking at Gmail, we're looking at Google Classroom, we're looking at teacher pages, all of those components to see if you're active during the academic day, which is from 12:01 to 11:59. That's how we're going to count your attendance, and we've been doing a pretty good job of that at this point. Number five, also make sure to check out the Lancer Ledger. They're doing an unbelievable job. It's at lancerledger.com. It's pretty easy to remember. We're partnering and they're helping out with all this stuff. Number six, if you have any questions about athletics whatsoever, please reach out to Mr. Yost. I'm not the person to contact about athletics. If you have any questions about extracurricular activities, please reach out to either Dr. Finkelstein or Ms. Mazza. They're the person to reach out to about extracurricular activities. And then finally, last but not least, this is my hashtag Community School Challenge for today. So it's a little bit of a personal story. My daughter, Audrey, I'm trying to find a picture of her around here somewhere. She was a micro preemie. She was born at 26 weeks. And she was 2 pounds when she was in the hospital. She was supposed to come on October 5th, and she ended up coming on July 5th. And like the case is with a lot of micro preemies, things were really touch and go for a little while. It was exceptionally challenging. It was very difficult. She coded multiple times when she was in the NICU. She stopped breathing at a point, and they had to perform this very risky surgery on her. And we watched her grow from this 2.5-pound little baby to a healthy 8-pound baby when she finally left the hospital. But she was in the hospital for 113 days. And this is a very long way of me saying that was an exceptionally emotional and stressful time for me. I've really never talked about it, not even privately. Obviously, I don't do YouTube pages often. I've never talked about it publicly either. But I held a lot of stuff in, and I took a lot of stuff on myself, and I went into a very, very, very dark place at that time, and I needed help. And it didn't start to get better for me until I started to talk to somebody, because I knew that I had to, because I was, even when she was home from the hospital, I was still feeling a certain way, and I had to get help. And my hashtag Your Community School Challenge is this: the novelty of this situation is I'm sure for everybody starting to wear off. It's certainly starting to wear off for me, and this is a really difficult time for not just you guys but your families as well, and I'm sure that you're feeling that pressure. So my hashtag Community School Challenge is, don't be like me when I went through that experience. Don't bottle everything up to put yourself in a position where you're not going to be well and you're not going to be healthy, and you almost have to go through extreme measures yourself in order to get better. Talk to somebody. Reach out to somebody. Let them know about how you're feeling about this, about how you're disappointed that this situation is taking away a large chunk of your school year, of the time that you would normally have with your friends. This is totally atypical, and the novelty is certainly wearing off for us here in the Novak household at Lakeland Regional High School. Just reach out to somebody, your school counselors, your teachers, your family, your friends. Just talk to somebody, even if it's just a little bit, to say, hey, this stinks. I wish I could be doing this instead. Because you know what? Once you get it off your chest, you'll feel a lot better. My contact information is out there. It's 973-557-5825. Even if you just need somebody to talk to, I'm there. All right, follow us on YouTube. Click subscribe. We'll talk to you soon, Lancers. We'll check in tomorrow. Be good. Be healthy. Be safe.